Hey guys, this is the Gang06. I'm here on YouTube. For my first deck profile, I thought I'd do it on one of the top decks that's actually having. Well, it's actually surprising the new format. People thought it'd die, and apparently they didn't. So I'm going to be doing it on Gravekeepers. It's just something that I've been working with, and it's actually quite surprising that it's turning out like this. So, further off, here's the monsters. There's 14 monsters, and to start things off, 3 Descendants. Descendants are the main boss monster of the deck. Tribute on a Gravekeeper, blow something up. When Necro Valley's on the field, they'll go to 2k, and they just run through most monsters. So 3 of these. Next, we've got 3 Recruiters, heart of the deck. They're mainly like Witch of the Black Forest. They've got 1200 attack and 15 defense. When they die, well, when they're sent to the graveyard, then you can search out a monster from Gravekeeper monster from your deck with 15 or less defense and add it to your hand. These things are amazing, especially combined with Descendants. So, yep. Next, we have 3 Commandants. These search out Necro Valley, and they also become 21 beat sticks. Usually they're not summoned to the field, but they can be. I'd advise not summoning them as fast as possible to search out all your Necro Valleys and get that done and over with. That's how this card's meant to be used. So, next we have 3 Gravekeeper Spies. I'd rather not run 3, but there's nothing to actually replace them with, and they're not doing half bad. It's just I'd rather reduce them. So yeah, 3 of these. What these also do, in fact, is these special summon when they're flipped other Gravekeepers from your deck. They also go to 2/5 defense if you've got a Necro Valley, so it's really great if you've got one set, your opponent rams into it, and you get your special summon, and they take a bit of damage. With Brother Oppression Gun, you don't need to fear about flipping into face-up attack mode and Oppression coming and hitting them. You do still have to fear Thunder King and sometimes Roach, but other than that, yeah. Next we have 2 Assailants. People usually tell me to run 1, but 2's actually been working out a lot better because there's a lot more things that have weaker defense than offense, and these have actually been really, really powerful. So yeah, 2 of these. That's the last of the monsters. 14 monsters in total. Next, 3 Necro Valley. Necro Valley is really, really powerful, main part of the deck. Best way to put it is, locks off both graveyards. Only thing that gets around this is stuff like Bulb Plague and stuff like that. Anything like Monster Reborn cannot touch the grave. You can't remove from the grave either, from either player's graveyard, so this really hinders a lot of decks. Most ways of getting around this, Gravekeepers is using stuff like Stelly, Rite of Spirit, but we'll get on to those in a minute. So yeah, 3 of these. Next we've got Royal Tribute. This will only activate if Necro Valley's on the field, and both players look at each other's hand and discard all monsters in the hand. This is really good because of the low monster count in the deck. I've been experiencing a few difficulties with the card every once in a while, but the card is really good for killing off your opponent, and because of Necro Valley you can't access the grave, so you can't Pot of Avarice even though it's back at 1. So yeah, this card is really amazing and really does help with the winning condition. So yeah. Next, 2 Stellies. People sometimes run 3, I say 2 because of the low monster count. You're not really wanting to continually bin all the time, or actually make a big graveyard with your Gravekeepers. You want to actually have a bit of field presence every once in a while and kill off your opponent more. So yeah, you only need 2 of these. All they do is you select 2, it has to be 2, not up to 2 Gravekeepers, and add them back to your hand. Next, I only have 1 of these until Friday because of the Nintendo. 3 Pot of Duality. Pot of Duality, people think it's overrated, but especially with Gravekeepers, is an amazing card. It's not a plus, it's just, you look at the top 3, you get an option, add 1, send back to your hand, send the other 2 back to the deck, shuffle, and you can't special summon or activate another one. What more do you want? It's the perfect cost in my opinion, and a really amazing card. It was worth a ridiculous super amount of money, but some of us are willing to pay that amount, and it's really, really worth it. So yeah, 3 pots for this deck. Next, Book of Moon really does help with this deck. especially with spy combo and all that. So yeah, and it's also a staple. It's becoming less and less of a staple in some decks, but this deck actually does need it. It is really, really good. So yeah, one of these. Next, new card of the format, Heavy Storm. Yay! Heavy Storm's back, and people say that this kills Gravekeepers. I don't think so. It's all about timing, and if your opponent uses it against you, big whoop, it's done and over. If they use MSTs, big whoop, done. But this card is really, really good. It creates spell and trap destruction, and it doesn't rely on Descendant doing it for you. So yeah, this card is really, really good, and you must use it. Next, triple MST. Yay! Even more spell and trap destruction. What's more said, most people know what MST does, and it's really, really good. Other than that, we should actually have more spell and trap destruction for Gravekeepers. Unfortunately, we don't, so we have to make do with this. And this is actually enough in my opinion. This is really, really good. So, yeah, 3 of these. Really good. Last, Dark Hole. Dark Hole, everyone knows. Just booms the field. Cool. Now, that's 16 traps. Yep, no, spells. Cool. Now, for the traps, 2 Bottomless. Staple. I don't have warnings, and I probably would still play these even if I did have warnings, and still put warnings in. So yeah, these are really good. Cool. Next, TT, staple. Sun Judgment, becoming more and more of a staple every year, especially this year. It's really, really good, especially in common. Unfortunately, I don't have the altars yet. But yeah, these are really good. So next, this is my own personal attack. Fiendish Chain. It's not dead. It's anything but. It's actually really, really good for hindering your opponent. I don't feel like going to Fet Veiler and still letting them attack. I'd rather do this because it's not being hit by MST a lot. So this card's really good. I would play 3, but don't have 3 until buy another one. Should be Saturday-ish, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, 2 of these. Next, 2D Prisons. I would probably take these out from my warnings if I got them. They're not bad. In fact, they're still amazing. It's just I don't feel the need for using them a lot of the time. I'd rather use the warnings instead of these. So yeah, 2D Prisons just now. And then to Compulsory. Compulsory is amazing. It gets rid of synchros, XYZs. It does so much, especially this format with the MSTs and Heavy Storm. I usually don't like referring to MST and Heavy Storm like that. I don't fear the cards. It's just these do help. So yep. I would do a side deck and an extra deck, but there isn't one properly built up for us just now. I will build one soon. Other than that, if you've got any comments or any ideas, just post them down below. Yay! And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!